And welcome back. Finally, we got some Truck Series action here. Knoxville Speedway. It's going to be another barn burner in the Craftsman Truck, or sorry, oh my god, Craftsman Truck Series, I just aged myself. The Camping World Truck Series. We are here for the qualifying race, and just refreshing myself on how big this track is. It is exactly half a mile. So the short track stats are going to be in full swing tonight. Even though it is a dirt track, unfortunately there are no dirt track stats in NASCAR, or at least in this game. So we will be full on the short track life. You can kind of see here, we got a surprise entry here of Jason Donovan, who was just kind of relegated to the qualifying races, with newcomer Lucas Montoya joining us in this series. So if you're watching, Lucas, welcome, welcome. Gonna be good, as you know, or as most people should know. If you're a single truck team, you are pretty much guaranteed to make the show every time, so do not sweat, Lucas. You are safe for at least this season anyway. You can see practice here. We got JD Yoho leading the practice charts, but very close behind. We got Juan Ramirez sitting there in 12th, about 2-3 tenths back. It's very close here, as always. Going to be exciting. Let's simulate the rest of practice, and we'll get into our qualifying session.
Drivers.
All right, we got Lewis Peterson with Alex Dreyer on the top row, followed by Hubbard, Donovan, JD, Jacobs, Love Jr., Gallagher, McCoy, Ramirez, Green, and Wright. Rounding out the entire qualifying field. So we got Snow Owl in first and 12th,
To your
kind of the
cars.
bookends of this field. As always, the hardest part is trying to accelerate here. Hey, I nailed it right on this time. Here we go. Cue to fire engines. Let's get into the race. The ticker kind of updates. I'm not sure what it's doing with all those -2 laps there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. That's who we want to see. So remember, guys, this is a 25-lap sprint race. The top 5 of these 12 drivers will advance to the main, and that's going to be 100 laps just right after this one. So we will find out who is going to fill out the rest of our field and get into the show. And no, I don't think there might be just for some fuel, but realistically, if we get some caution laps, probably won't be any stops at all. It's very close either way. See Dreyer taking the high line. For a dirt track, these AI race fairly clean around here. But you can see Yoho going on the inside here. He's looking to make his first start in the series. I think he's been involved in about 2 or 3 qualifying races, so he'll be desperate to get himself into the show finally. He takes over our lead. Got Love Jr. following him right behind there. Gonna make his second race in a row. It was a good showing for Avalanche last time. They made all three teams made it in. It's just a small win for that team. A bit extra income, of course. Got Hubbard right there in third, and we got McCoy in the top 4 now. Dreyer holding on to that final transfer spot. It is very close. Lewis Peterson kind of falling back since the green flag. We're on lap 5 already. But 20% of this race is complete. Blink of an eye. As usual, just kind of keeping our eye on that transfer spot. Like Hubbard is holding on to it with now Wright taking over that 5th spot. Peterson looking to get some momentum here. Trying to make the show. Starting on pole all the way down to 7th now. Be a very shocking result if this is how it finishes. Boy, now on the bubble with Hubbard kind of nudged him out of the way. Here we go. Hubbard takes over 5th spot. Good for the Flow Car team. They need as many starts. I think of all the qualifying races, I think Hubbard has made the most from his starts. He is leading the charge to try and force his way into the top 35. We're just about halfway through the season, and if he can get into the top 35, I'll be super impressed. See everyone back here, almost 3 wide between the 2 teammates. Jacobs and Ramirez fighting each other throughout this qualifying race we've seen before. Still haven't seen any accidents, actually. That's a bit spread. I think we had an accident at the exhibition qualifying race, but nothing really in the a points-paying qualifying race. It's shocking, but you know, these guys are taking care of their equipment, so they actually have a truck to race in the main, I guess. Kind of following the 0, 14, and 89 trucks. The top position in this little pack here will advance. You're holding on to 5th right now on lap 12, so just about halfway now. See, the 8 truck is kind of walking away with this, with Love Jr. right behind. And about a second behind there is Wright and Dreyer. Then we have this pack right here. Like the 84 Donovan in his first qualifying race. He does not like this, I'm sure. Kind of being forced into this one with no fault of his own, but that's what happens pretty much if a new team joins. It's just gonna, relegate the next person on that list. So unless you're in the top 10 in points or have a charter, there is no safe place. Like Jacobs gets that last spot now. Hubbard kind of conceding that on the high side. Top 15. Go to our fastest laps right now. About 18 seconds belongs to Breyer here, with Jacobs with the second fastest one, but Hubbard not giving up that spot lightly. Hubbard back to the 5th spot now. Maybe not. Jacobs really wants to make that start. Not sure if you can get anything done on the high line here. It seems like a slow momentum loss. You can ride side by side, but I think eventually the low line will prevail. This battle not costing them too much time to the cars or trucks behind them. But you don't want to do that for too long. Jacobs now looks to go on the low side of Hubbard. This is a great battle for the 5th and final transfer spot. No upgrades between these two teams over the course of the week. It's the last race, so pretty much the same equipment as last time. Some upgrades from the Weber camp, the 8 truck, so that just gave that driver the confidence he needs. Make an impression and finally get his first start. Up 22. Winding down quickly. Hubbard seems to be losing a little bit of time now to Jacobs. Jacobs now with relatively clean air for a short track, I suppose. Starting to walk away. Donovan looks like he wants to have a final charge, but there's only 2 laps left at the line, and just may not be enough time here. 2 laps to go now. I get a little bit of an outlook on the top 5 right now. Not much has changed. The 96 has dropped a little bit. Donovan looks like he's going to make a late charge. Might just be a little bit too late though. Clears now the 0 truck. But Jacobs is going to get this one fairly clean, as he does now. That is the qualifying race over. The 8 truck, looking for his first start, is going to get it finally here at Knoxville. So that's a big confidence boost for this team. Got Alex Dreyer back in the show. I think he missed the last race. Right here, making his second start on the season. And the 96 getting a little bit of momentum now as well, getting his second in a row. 89 truck getting the last spot. A little bit of a sigh of relief from team owner Casey Weber there in the chat. Good work for that team. We got Donovan just missing out. Hubbard, McCoy, Ramirez, Green, Gallagher, and Peterson will fail to make this one. Quite a shocking result for Peterson, as he was on the pole. Just didn't have the race pace, I guess. But anyways, I got my notes down. I'm gonna set the main field for Knoxville, and we're gonna go racing shortly. So just give me a few minutes, and we'll have everything all set to go. Okay, we are back for our main event. 100 laps here at Knoxville, the half-mile dirt track. Put on a decent show last season. As you can see from the pictures here, it is a bit of a quirky pit lane. This track was never designed for 40 trucks. I may look into a different dirt track for next season, because I don't think this pit lane is very AI friendly, let's put it that way. Maybe something a little bit more, used to having 40 plus cars or trucks. You can kind of see right here the 39 truck. Pit boxes are a little bit wonky here, but anyways, this is what we're dealt with for this one. We'll deal with it, and I don't think there are any pit stops unless there's going to be any damage or whatnot. So we'll make do for this one. I might just do like Bristol Dirt or something. I know people are kind of iffy about that track. If you guys know of more of a better dirt track to go to for such a large field, let me know, and we'll definitely look into that. But right now I'm leaning towards Bristol Dirt, and that one's guaranteed to have a nice long pit road, and also some decent racing as well. So let's get into qualifying and see where everyone stacks up today.
Drivers, cars.
Ooh, Love Junior. You know what? I've said it enough, and I'm going to keep saying it until it stops happening. But something about those qualifying races, guys, it's very true. The 96 truck raced his way in, finished 4th in the qualifying event, and here he is on pole with a 17:41, going all the way down to 40th here. 18:10 for Lily Holmes. That's a bit shocking / disappointing for Matitude to see them way down there, as the upgrades have just been astronomically crazy over in that shop. They have now been, I think they matched, or you guys reached your max in aero, or was it engine? I can't remember. It was something along those lines. But the Hughes Motorsports team has also maxed their aero department now, so you're gonna have some competition, especially on the faster tracks. Aero really pays dividends. It's the slickest trucks in the field now. But here we go. Our field, we got Gill on the outside front row. I know I was saying it last time, Galiza was looking to fill an empty seat. I don't have confirmation on which seat that was, if it was for Xfinity or trucks. But Gill, I feel like might have been the driver team owner Perez was talking about, because he has underperformed greatly. And it's nice to see him right up there on the front row. We got Makarov on the inside second row with Aiden Wright, who's also had a questionable season lately. Right beside him, we got McCoy in fifth, Daniela Baker in sixth, Foster seventh, Grace eighth, Chase in ninth, and rounding out the top 10 is Mr. Alvarez. Oh, and just a fun little note there, we had the same exact time between 10th and 11th. Jacobs, another qualifying race advancer. But let's get into meat and potatoes here. The main event, 100 laps at Knoxville Speedway. Let's pray for a nice clean race and get messy on pit road if these guys start coming down, especially on train cautions. Love Jr. leads us off, and we are set for 50 miles of dirt racing. Car off, getting pushed from McRae. Jumps into the lead now. 41 here of Foster, just kind of nosing his way into the top three now too. As I mentioned in the qualifying race, we got a new driver here. I forgot to see where he qualified at, but let's see if we can find him on the track as these drivers start to sort themselves out. Right here, Mr. Montoya near the bottom for now, 38th. You know, his short track ability is there, so I expect this this car or this truck to make its way up near the front, at least in the top 20 before this one's over. I can't really see it with all the dust and clouds and everything, but we got some Pokemon on this bad boy. Pretty cool truck. Actually, I really like that. That's cool. I wonder if all I'm an old timer. I do remember Pokemon being a thing, but I only remember the original 150. If there are more than 150 on this, that's pretty cool. But I couldn't name half of these guys now. It's been way too long since I kind of watched or followed Pokemon, but it's cool to see. Big things here from you, Mr. Montoya. I expect big things. Kind of see two the Matitude Motors trucks right there. Callum Johnson right there in that 48 back in his original paint scheme. And you can see Lily Holmes right there in that 17 truck. So Matitude seems to have a weakness, and it might be on short tracks. Short tracks kind of level the playing field when it comes to truck stats or car stats. Not entirely, but it helps some of the lower teams maybe make some positions up. Here, Christina Ferguson in the 27, riding around about mid-pack or so. 96 truck has really dropped since the start of the green flag. On pole, already 16th. Not great. That 93 also dropping right there. Those two were on the front row to start this thing. They're already outside the top 10 after 11 laps. Two RV Motorsports trucks kind of sandwiching Jess Hannah a little bit. So much dust around here, it's hard to tell who's where. But Ray is our leader. Foster right behind him. Try and get a better angle on things here. Better perspective. You can kind of see your trucks a little better if you're a little further back. Already on lap 14. Christian's been doing some yard work, it would appear. Hopefully you're not too tired to be turning left for 100 laps here. Qualified alright. You're kind of falling back now. You're 29th. It's rough. Got a small battle for second kind of shaping up as Miss Baker looks to take over that second spot. She's leading the charge from attitude today. Also leading the points. Another good finish here. Nice comfortable point lead on top of what she already has. Of course, not many playoff points for this driver. I mean, she has 2 wins already, so that's 6, but kind of stack up those wins and get those extra playoff points. Much time left. This is race 9 of 10 in the regular season, so we'll be on one more race and then playoffs start. And that's at Daytona, so that is her wheelhouse, as we've all seen. How many wins do you think one driver can get? Well, with the car ratings you have on these trucks, Matt, I expected a little bit more dominance throughout the season. I know you've had your fair share, and you know we all have, of bad luck. As our cautions come out now, try and find the source. Looks like Tristan might have been the source here. But as I was saying, you know, we've all had our fair share of bad luck. And you have been up front quite a bit. Ooh, just kind of drove it a little bit there. Truck kind of sorts themselves out. We are going to have pit stops here. Let's try and get a picture of the exit pit road. Gonna get messy in a hurry here. See trucks kind of going all over the place. Some trucks did not pit. That definitely makes things... Oh, we got some rashing happening at the back of the field there. 96 finally making his way into pit road. It is a... Like I said, it is a very silly pit road, and that's why we're going to look at something maybe a little better, as that 30... You guys can see what I saw. That 33 truck was spinning. Not sure. I think some trucks might have lost a lap. See how things kind of filter through. But some trucks only they pit on the second time by. Not sure if they just ran out of time, but it definitely eased the congestion on pit road, that's for sure. Thankfully for that, or else it would have been really messy. But looks like everyone's off of pit road now. And once the pace truck goes by, and this will be race coming in. 33 kind of doing some loop-de-loops. Pit road. I'm gonna see how things kind of stack up here. Like the 2 will be a lap down, I think. The 33 obviously having trouble finding his pit stall. It's after all that craziness and mayhem, looks like the 85 truck of Makarov has taken over the lead. See some damage there on that 77 truck, just some side damage, nothing too. Yeah, he's having a good time on pit road, the 33. So I think this time we'll be able to see who is where. Yeah, so just as I thought, the 2 and the 33 truck are shown 1 lap down. We have lights out on the pace truck. Means we are going to be going racing shortly. I think the 2 truck is fast enough to potentially get his lap back. Won't be easy, but he needs to kind of get up there in a hurry. Yeah, there we go. Back racing. Seen a hood. That 2 truck. I didn't think the damage was that bad. But, I guess so. I think it's a short track. And that is a big dust cloud. Hard to see anything there, but looks like the 2 comes out of that cloud in first. We'll get lap back if a caution can come out shortly, but looks like the 93 of Gill. Oh, wait. I made a small mistake here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like these guys are on the tail end of the lead lap, and the 5 truck is your leader. That was completely on me. As you can see, the 61 and 41 pitting under green. Not sure, maybe they got a black flag on that restart. The 24 truck also making a green flag stop is going to put him a lap down. 5 truck at 82 is now second. And the 18 somewhere in that pack is third. 82 coming up quick. He's on a bit of a roll in the truck series. Once he broke through and got his first win, it's been lights out for the rest of the competition. Don't want to get in that high line, especially if you're 3 wide. You tend to fall down pretty quickly. See, that 5 truck is losing tons of time. .93 of Gill is on the tail end of the lead lap, praying for a yellow to come out shortly. Him back into contention here. I think we lost the 33 truck to ignition problems. Not be good for Mr. Cole. It's always a bit of a crapshoot when you come to a short track, especially with this game. The AI act a little funny. It's hard to program something like this. It's only inevitable some of the AI get a little crazy sometimes and do weird things, so I mean, I don't really blame the game's fault. It's quite old. Just kind of roll with the punches and pray things come out your way. They are certainly coming out Keith's way right now, building up nearly a 2-second lead for the 18 truck now. 5 is backed up quite a bit, about 3 seconds back. On lap 37, and we already have about 7 trucks a lap down. Looks like we got a couple that are dropping quickly. One of the field is pretty strung out, which means the back must be a little bit crazy. Gonna go back here and take a look at everything. JD Yoho raced his way in, won. Now he's kind of struggling. .34 truck of right. It's pretty promising to start things off tonight. Falling back a little bit. Lots of dust going out. Need to water this track down. teammate of Yoho right there, Casey Weber. Slowly making his way up the field. Got a lot of mixed trucks here who are a lap down, so I gotta be careful who I'm talking about. '39, Denison. Having a very average season so far. Pretty good start when he made his first start. Sorry, he did well and kind of tapering off. It's just very hard for a new team to come in and compete with these teams that have established themselves now over the course of a season. Tons of upgrades, 3 trucks in the field. It's competitive, that's for sure. Lily Holmes hasn't really made up too much ground since the start. Oh, actually she has. We're 15th now. That's pretty good. The 7 here of McAvoy. Climbing up. Johnson now in the top 10. It's a huge gain for him. Had a string of bad luck. Start this season off not really in the playoffs. A win could change that, but gonna need a little bit of luck. Of course, we're at Daytona, the next race, so Attitude has proven to be very strong there. They're all their upgrades on the season. Anything is possible. That 5 truck now just kind of chilling up in 4th place. Nearly about 6 seconds back from the 82, who's pretty much just walked away from the field. At least until they catch some lap traffic. The 4 truck of Gordon was doing well. Oh, he made a green flag stop, put him way down to 34th. Another disappointing finish for that team. Approaching the halfway marker now. Right here. Not 50 of 100. Shouldn't need any more pit stops the rest of the race. The 41 truck was pretty quick up until the point where he made his random green flag stop. He's the first truck a lap down and 32nd, but the damage is done. Need a little bit of luck to get things back on track for this race. See, the gap between first and second is shrinking a little bit now. See, Wright is finally starting to catch the 82. Hitting traffic shortly, so we'll see how much he can close up the gap. Always harder for the leader to make a pass on the lap truck than it is for second place. Yeah, Ferguson and it looks like Walker will be the first 2 to go a lap down since the restart. And there's a big gaggle of cars in front here, so it's going to be very difficult for the 82 to snake his way through this pack. They're not going to give up the position too easily. See just all those trucks there. They're just fighting. They know the leader's coming. They know they don't have much time. As the 82 has finally approached his first victim, and looks to be a fairly quick pass from Walker, and now Ferguson will be next on the list, and it's only going to get harder from here. There are a bunch of trucks that are 2 wide, 3 wide now. That'll put a nice blockade on the road for the 82 to slow him down. Lap 60 of 100. They're ticking off quickly now that we got a nice long green flag run. There we go. The 82 is going to start to struggle now. Kind of see from our helicopter view, there's just nowhere to go for the 82. He's just kind of got to follow the 99 of Sharp through this pack. Hope that it's the faster line right now. Now you can see the 3 truck of Weber trying to get his lap back. It's not going to be easy. This B2 truck has his work cut out for him right now. The real gainer from all this is going to be the 18. Just lost a little bit of time to him now. It's nearing 3 seconds of a gap, but this is going to help the 18 immensely. If the 82 can't get through this field as quickly. That 41 of Foster's kind of followed the 82 through this pack up to this point, but now Foster looks like he has the advantage. Is going to eventually unlap himself. Very strong truck, this 41. Was up front before the caution flag came out. Would expect to see the 41 potentially just stay with the 82 and, you know, get his lap back. He's gotten it back the hard way already now, so quick caution will help this 41 a lot. '18 is now cut off about half a second, about 2 laps here. Only gaining on the 82, but don't forget he has to pass all these trucks as well. Sharp and Powell now look to go a lap down. There's that 8 truck in his first appearance. Having a nice clean night. Fortunately, he might lose the lap here, but getting this truck to the finish is the important thing. A good paycheck from tonight, and more importantly, a sponsor to help pay those bills. Approaching lap 70 of 100. 82 truck seems to have a nice firm stranglehold on this this win. Just needs to survive the next 30 laps and he'll be walking away with I think his second or third win of the season. Definitely giving Matitude a run for their money on the championship. I expect the 82 and the 5 trucks are my early championship favorites if I had to pick today. Of course, we still have about 9 races to go until we hit that championship round, so a lot can change from now. See how it all ends up for our final 4, whoever they may be. Guys, the broadcaster jinx is not a thing. Come on. Reigning champion Michael Carroll went a lap down with the 6 truck of Sean Cohen. A great result last time we were racing. There's lapped up to 21st now. It's Stick around after this one, guys, because we got the Xfinity Series headed to Indianapolis for 40 laps at the famed 2.5 mile squared track. It's a rectangle, I guess. Gonna be complete opposite from this track. 2.5 miles versus half, paved versus dirt. Also night versus day, but that doesn't matter how these trucks handle or drive. Trucks versus cars, I guess. Trip Chase now losing a lap. He's also won a, yeah, I think he's won a race as well this season, so 82 is making a statement tonight. Putting all these great trucks a lap down. Looks like the 39 of Dennison is the next victim on his list. Get through the field one last time before we hit the end of this one. Start off with the 80 truck of Charles Baker back in his normal colors this week. Had a very, he's having a very mediocre season. First season he was doing well. Struggling a little bit with the rest of the WK trucks this season. Their Xfinity team's starting to take off a little bit now with King behind the wheel there, leading the charge. But the trucks, I don't know, they just seem to be kind of similar to the Jarvie Motorsports camp. Just good Xfinity program, poor truck program. Not sure what the deal is, but not through lack of effort, as upgrades are coming for both those teams. So see how the rest of the season transpired. Catalina Schwartz, last season's Rookie of the Year, looks to be poised for another playoff run this season. Having a much quieter run, of course, but see how she can make through. And I can't even go through the field faster than we're lapping these trucks. So McAvoy, it's still in hot pink Burger King ride. This will probably change those over to the original paints, but I was not informed by team owner Hope Torres to do so, so I will not. Go Matitude Motor truck about to go a lap down. This is monumental. 82 truck is just lapping everyone at a staggering pace now. Reached all the way up to 13th. The 13 truck right here in 12th, or 11th now. Oh, what happened to the 82? Uh-oh. What happened to Keith Hughes? Oh my god. Did he make a green flag pit stop? Okay. I guess that was scheduled. Not sure what the heck that was about. But Keith Hughes has given up the lead now to Aiden Wright. And looks like we're going to have some green flag pit stops here, everyone. I was not expecting this. Mike Carroll making his stop. Looks like it's just gas only. Looks like, yeah, everyone's just taking some gas. I really wasn't expecting this to happen. Hopefully there are no crazy accidents or anything on pit road. It'll be a lot more orderly than it was under caution. But, the 23 of Francisco Guerrero shown in the lead right now with Callum Johnson up there. Very routine stops for most of these drivers. I think the 93 might have had to get a tow, so the 93 of Gill is going to have a very costly stop under green here. Finish off the rest of these green flag stops and caution. Oh, this is going to kill a lot of drivers who will be caught down a lap. I wonder what caused that. I don't even know where to begin looking. Got a stack up there. Guess we can keep our eyes on the pace truck. Yeah, that's disappointing. That always seems to happen lately. There'll be a cycle of green flag stops, and then next thing you know, that was the moment of caution. Don't see anything. Oh, 24 truck. Hold. Yeah, it looks like the 27 truck was trying to get on pit road and takes out Ben Gordon. Like he got away. Minimal damage. Thankfully nobody rear-ended him or hit him there. A grub in the building. So this is really going to shake things up in the order. Not to mention we're going to have some trucks that are only a lap down at the front of the field, and our leaders will be at the tail end of the field. It's going to be a very messy restart with, of course, 10 to go. Gotta find that 82 truck. Like he's shown in second, so might have nearly completed the full cycle of pit stops before that caution, so it's very fortunate for him to stay on the lead lap, yet alone start in second. Catalina Schwartz is shown as the leader, but I don't think that's cycled through yet. So yeah, okay, so the 82 is back up front, and his buddy in the 41 is second. Quite a few cars back. Of course, we're less than 10 to go, so it's all going to be single file. Who else is on the lead lap? Third place is Aiden Wright. How far back is he? Way back there. That's third place. He's going to restart round 18th or so on the track. See if we can find fourth here. Just Hannah. A couple trucks back from third, and then we got the one right behind the 29, so that's going to be a close battle. 24 was a lap down. Looks like he's shown now in sixth place. A couple more trucks back from there. And Lily Holmes started dead last. Right there in the top 10 with Schwartz right behind her. Alex Dreyer needing a good result from today to get himself out of those qualifying races. They'll restart 40th on the track, or 39th I suppose, since we have one truck with a DNF. So Brody Walker leads us to green. However, the 82 has regained the lead and is your leader now. 7 laps to go. I'm not sure we're going to have an exciting finish, but it's going to be an interesting result to see how everything kind of stacks up here. E2 truck has been one of the 2 fastest trucks out there all day. The 41 right there with him most of the day until he went a lap down. Kind of unlapped himself, and it's like he found himself back on the lead lap after that pit sequence. Kind of sliding back now. Not sure if there's an issue with that 41, but he's falling back quite fast. Looks like he's already a lap down again, so he might have had a green flag stop. As we are under caution. Maybe the 41 was involved. But this will likely end our race at Knoxville. Potentially the last one here, because I'm not really enjoying the product we're getting right now on this track. Let's see if that 41 was involved. Yeah, there's something. It's like the 88 Montoya and the 8 of Yoho. Getting a friendly nudge from 89 of Jacobs. Wow. Yikes, that's nasty. They were going pretty quick. Nearly 70 miles an hour into that sidewall, and gonna lose all those positions. That hurts. Right at the end of the race, the 89 and 88 trucks getting involved. Jacobs not making any friends out there. Or under caution, lap 98. I am willing to bet this will end the race. Guess we'll find out this time by if the lights go out or not, if we'll have a one-lap sprint. Not that it's going to make too much of a difference, as that 18 truck is he's about 12th in line. Yeah, that's going to end it, barring any setbacks. We have seen races end under caution, and not everybody makes it back. We're going to hold our breaths here for the 82 and see how this one plays out. But in the meantime, we'll take a look at our top 10s. We got the 82 of Hughes in first place. 18 of Aiden Wright in second. He was needing a good finish, so it's nice to see them doing well. The 1 of Alvarez in third. Fourth goes to Jess Hanna. Fifth place is the 69 of Schwartz. 17 is in sixth place. The 20 of Dreyer in seventh. 43 of Shetner in eighth. We got Charles Baker in ninth, looking poised for a nice finish here. And the 7 truck of Andrew McAvoy. I don't know, you're 10. Where is our points leader? That looks like she'll finish 12th. Not a terrible result, I guess, but she's going to lose a little bit of ground to teammate Lily Holmes there, who's going to finish spots above her. And I think it's safe to say we can call the 82 now our winner, as he's about to cross the line to get his... what would this be? This will be his 3rd win of the season. I just looked it up now, so he is now gonna have 9 extra playoff points to spend at his leisure in the next 2 rounds, so we'll see how that works out for him. But Hughes winning his 3rd of the season, and I think that's 3 out of at least the last 4 or 5 races, including the exhibition one we had. So that's, this team is on a roll. Yeah. Yeah, pit crews are starting to get upgraded as we see everything get maxed out on the truck end. And I go through the rest of the results here. Juan Montoya, sorry, not Juan. I knew I was going to make that mistake today. Lucas Montoya finishing 26th in his first race. Not a bad effort. Could have been better, I'm sure, but the 89 was not helping him with that situation. Who else do we have here? Got a couple lower finishers, but the 8 truck of Yoho getting 14th in his first start, so that's a good run for them. But it all goes down to Keith Hughes and the role that they've been on since about round 5. Now the most wins on the season, and we'll see how those trucks handle at the high banks of Daytona, because I'm curious to see with that 100% aero, see what they'll do, if they'll give Matitude any competition. But that's it from Knoxville. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think this will be the last one we do here, at least for a while. Maybe with a smaller field we can do something with like heat races or whatnot, but with this this many trucks, I don't think it's very good good racing. We'll look into something better. But stick around, guys, because we're going to Indianapolis now for the Xfinity Series. And that's going to be a lot more interesting to watch. Very fast straights, low banked corners, and a couple of inexperienced drivers. We might have a couple accidents. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for Truck Series. We'll be right back with Xfinity. Give me about 5 minutes to set everything up for that. We'll be going live shortly.